Mr. Speaker, my riding is served by the West LRT and the upcoming Southwest BRT, and Calgary has seen the benefits of this investment in transit. The upcoming Green Line is the largest infrastructure investment in Calgary ever. This investment in public transportation will directly help tens of thousands of Albertans get around the city faster and connect with transit currently serving Calgary. Can the Minister of Infrastructure explain why this significant investment is needed?
The Honourable Minister of Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. You know, capital spending to remove impediments to growth was exactly the message I got from former Bank of Canada Governor David Dodge when I circled back with him for a conversation before we released our capital plan. The Green Line means an easier commute to work and school. It means an extra 65,000 Calgarians every day will have an easier time getting around, 12,000 direct jobs, 8,000 supporting jobs. Great cities, Mr. Speaker, have great transit infrastructure. Flailing opposition parties fight great infrastructure.
Supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, what are the other environmental and economic benefits of this project?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member. You know, Stage 1 of the Green Line is going to reduce CO2 emissions by an estimated 30,000 tonnes every year. It would be nice if the opposition actually listened to this, because it's important to them too. I know when they ask for infrastructure, their list right now is over $3 billion. I'm sure they should be paying attention to this. The Green Line is going to promote growth and diversification over the long run. It will help stimulate housing, employment, and shopping developments in all the neighbourhoods that it serves. We continue to make these investments in the economic growth of Calgary, of all the cities in this province, certainly building back from previous infrastructure.
Second supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I understand this project is possible because of funding from the carbon levy, and I'm often asked what would happen if the carbon levy was axed, as the UCP proposes. So to the same minister, what would happen if the tax was axed?
Honourable Minister.
I'd like to thank the member. You know, $1.5 billion of the Green Line funding is coming from the Climate Leadership Plan revenue. The other side calls it a green slush fund. You know, Mr. Speaker, if we want to build this province into an even greater province than it is, we need great infrastructure. And it would be nice if everybody got on board with that. They promised to do nothing about climate change. They're not interested in putting folks to work. They promised to leave tens of thousands of Calgarians stuck in traffic while they spend their policy time working at how to out-gay kids in school and limit women's reproductive rights.
Honourable Member.